What
No.
did she say in order to be able to get you to just sit
Yeah.
down and
It,
understand what she had?
it was actually only one word. It was, okay, you can work flexible from wherever you want. No? And that's what I was looking for my whole life. No? Because I wanted to be successful. I wanted to have a great life, but I wasn't ready to pay the price of not seeing my kids and being like trapped into an office. No? And when I found out, okay, this is something you can do from home, from the beach, from wherever you want, I was really like on fire. Even though I didn't have any idea what is possible to receive as a commission in this business, I have
So
to
you
say,
were just curious, right? So she just said,
yeah.
"Hey, I have something where you
Mm-hmm.
can work from home. I'd like to show it
Yeah.
to you." Hello, everybody. Eric Worre here, and welcome to the Excellence Project. Today, I have a network marketing leader from Graz, Austria. Her name is Sonja Weinlander. I think you're going to learn a lot from her kind of beginnings to what was on the inside versus what she showed on the outside, how she found network marketing 10 years ago, and what she did with the opportunity. I think you're going to get some good value from this. How the systems that she used and how she able to build and rebuild, going through the ups and the downs of a network marketing career. I think you're going to get value from it. Okay. So with no further ado, let's jump into my conversation with Sonja Weinlander. Sonja Weinlander, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's my great pleasure. You're connecting from Austria where it's cold outside.
Yes, exactly. Really freezing cold, yeah.
Are you in Vienna or where are you?
I'm in Graz, which is south of
Graz,
Vienna.
sure.
Two
Yeah,
hours,
I
yeah.
know it well.
Nice city.
So I love the people of Austria, and I know it's cold there, but super beautiful country. And
Yeah.
what I'd like to do is find out a little bit about you and
Okay.
how you're a successful builder in network marketing,
Yeah.
and how long you've been involved in the profession in total.
Okay, this year in October it will be 10 years. So it's really exciting, really great year now, no?
Yeah, all right, 10 years. And when you were growing up, were you always entrepreneurial?
No, I have a law degree and I was raised like my parents always said, yeah, do something respectable. No, I come from a family who went to university, so I didn't have an entrepreneurship on my vision. And yeah, network marketing completely changed my life because I thought, okay, I would like go to university, then have a job, then have a family, and do it for the rest of my life. No. But
Yeah.
then I got to know network marketing, and yeah, that was the greatest gift of my life, really.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So how did you growing up in like a structured family? What did your parents do?
Oh, my mother was a teacher, no? And she always said, okay, become a teacher because I wanted to have kids. And in her opinion, it was the best or the only possibility to combine family with a job, not to be a teacher because you have enough time for your family. So that was the situation. And my father was a leader. He was an employee in a company and in a high position. So he earned good money, but he always was an employee, no? And that was the mindset I grew up with, no?
Yeah. So and
Mhm.
do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one elder sister, and she's also, yeah, more like my parents were, no? So
Yeah.
like
Like she
following the
follows the
path.
rules.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just the two of you?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So growing up in this structured environment,
hmm
and how did you when you first looked at this, what caused you to say, okay, I'm going to walk away from the traditional path that everybody in my life is encouraging me to do, and I'm going to do this non-traditional path in network
hmm
marketing? How did you? What was the process for you mentally and emotionally to make that decision?
Well, I think already when I was a kid, I thought that my life would be special and extraordinary. And maybe people thought that I was weird and maybe I didn't tell others. But in fact, always thought, okay, life has to be more than this normal, no? And I knew I wanted to have kids, and I'm mom of 3 kids. And when I had my kids, I found out, okay, I cannot stay in my traditional job forever because I don't want to be locked into an office, no, for my whole life. But I didn't know a alternative. I just knew what I did not want, no? And when my youngest kid was 3 years old, I got in contact with my upline, with my company. And I was really like touched by this opportunity, and I could feel that it was worth it to take a closer look now. And when I started, everybody told me, well, you're crazy now. And also my parents said, for example, okay, we paid you a university education and now you're selling cosmetics now. But I did not care, because deep inside myself, I could feel that it was the right decision. I think I always was a little bit a rebel inside myself, so yeah, or stubborn. So I just followed my path, and it made me even be more secure of what I wanted. And as I thought, okay, I will show you now, and that's what I did now. So we went, my team grew, and we reached the highest position after 3.5 years.
3.5 years. So I want to back up again. Congratulations on all that. It's so interesting because you have followed a traditional path and had your kids and had your career. Yeah. And if somebody would just look at you and say, oh, I wonder if she'd want to do my network marketing business, they would probably say no, because of everything on the outside was focused on this traditional path,
exactly.
Traditional family, traditional career path, everything else, but they didn't know what was inside. On the inside, you were restless, you were looking for answers, but you weren't telling anybody you were looking for answers.
And I think many people are like this, not that the inside is not what you might think when you see the outside.
Yeah.
That's very.
And when you were first approached, what did she say to get you to take a look?
I think it was on one hand the philosophy of the company, which really matched with my values, and it was.
No, but again, you didn't know about the company or anything. What did she say in order to be able to get you to just sit down and understand what she had?
It was actually only one word. It was, okay, you can work flexible from wherever you want now. And that's what I was looking for my whole life now, because I wanted to be successful. I wanted to have a great life, but I wasn't ready to pay the price of not seeing my kids and being like trapped into an office, no? And when I found out, okay, this is something you can do from home, from the beach, from wherever you want, I was really like on fire. Even though I didn't have any idea what is possible to receive as a commission in this business, I have to.
You were just curious, right? So she just said, "Hey, I have something where you can work from home. I'd like to show it to you."
Yeah. And I thought, okay, this sounds great to me. And, in this time, I, even with a normal income, I would have been more than happy just to be able to do it from home. But when I started it and I found out, oh my God, this is more than I expected. Yeah. And so the people, made fun of me somehow and said, oh my God, what is she doing?
Right.
But after 2 years, I earned in 1 month more than before in 1 year in my, a respectable lawyer's job. And that was a great thing, no?
It's funny.
A great surprise.
Like, some people say, when they first join and family members disapprove or friends disapprove or, important people in your life disapprove of what it is that you're doing. When it first happened to me, I was like, I'm going to show them. Yeah. And eventually they're going to say it was the right decision. And I found out they don't ever really admit it. Even though you're successful, they're just like, oh, you got involved early. Oh, you got lucky. Oh, whatever. It's just, I wanted them to like admit it. I made the right decision. But some people are so locked into the traditional path that anything outside of the lines anything that's not conventional
Yeah,
is scary for them.
that's true. Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I experienced too now, that people said, okay, but if you don't work in a like academic job, you cannot earn that money, no? So they don't want it to be true, no? But yeah, it's really another world, no?
And how much were you earning the year before in your job before you got involved in network marketing? How much did you earn
Well,
for the
I mean,
year?
I did not earn that much because yeah, I don't. I worked actually half time. No, I worked like
Because of
20
the
hours
kids?
because of the kids. Maybe I don't know, $2,000 a month.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like $25,000 a year, traditional
yeah,
path. You got three kids.
or 20,000. Yeah, I don't remember that well. Yeah,
Yeah.
more or
20,
less.
25,000.
Mhm.
And like a few years later, you were earning that in a month.
Yes. And that was for me such a surprise, no, because I did not know network marketing, and I did not know that was a funny story. I told my friends, hey, come on, you can do it flexible from home. And on my first check, I saw, okay, I get money from my partner. So I did not even know this, no, but it motivated me. And I thought, okay, if I do it really in a professional way, what could be possible in this profession, no?
So when you first got involved, how long did it take before you went full time?
Well, I mean, um, full time, I never worked full time, to be honest. No, I always had my kids. I
No, I
just was
understand. I'm
very
just I'm just saying how long before you walked away from your job?
I did not have my job, no, because I was at home with my kids when I started, which was a quite good position because I was at home taking care of the kids. So any money would have been fine for me,
Yeah.
And so I didn't have any expectations, which was a great position to start, I think. And then everything was fine. And when the team grew and when the income grew, then I was just like, oh my God, now what gift? Is this profession and this business?
So tell me how you got started. What you joined? What was your approach to going out there and telling the story when it comes to
Yeah,
customers and when it comes to team members?
I think, I was so enthusiastic and so, yeah, like really flashed by this possibility. I liked the company and its values and the philosophy. And most of all, I liked the idea of being able to be a mom, to be at home, and at the same time earn not only part-time money, but really big money, And I was so excited about this possibility, which I had been looking for my whole life before, as I realized. So I wanted to offer this possibility to my friends, to everybody, And I think this is very important that you also don't just think about your own money, but you want to be a contribution to other people's life, And I had a lot of friends and yeah, mothers with kids, and I told them, hey, come on, this is a great opportunity, I know you're looking for something. So I think it was my a real desire to help other people, and that's what I love about this business, because it's about being a contribution to others, and you get successful if you help many other people to get successful, and that's really for me the greatest gift now, because
Right.
I think every profession should be like this, no?
Yeah. So you went. You're talking mostly to stay-at-home moms and people
Yeah,
who are
yeah,
looking
but
for
also
flexibility.
yeah, exactly. But also entrepreneurs, no? I have partners in my team who have a traditional business, and they are so, burnt out. They work so much, and all the disadvantages of a classical entrepreneurship. So yeah, and I think the my success, the key of my success was that I always had like close connections with people. So people trusted me, and I thought, okay, that's something weird you're doing, but I trust you. I know you, so just tell me, where do I have to sign? No? So
Right.
we really have a business from person to person, or from heart to heart, as we say. And that was really great to see that people trusted me before they trusted my company and before they trusted the business model. No? So, and I think this is a great gift, no? That you count as a person in this profession.
Yeah. I mean, you had an advantage that I didn't have when I first got involved. The fact people didn't trust me because I had a million jobs and I didn't have success and I was still very young. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a great network. And because of that, I just had to work harder. So I want to tell it, the different listeners out there, those of them that have credibility like you did, they're willing to listen because it was you. They'd at least take a look because it was
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
and you were smart enough to say, here's what I know is a challenge for most stay-at-home moms. They're looking for a way to be able to make money with and be flexible. Or
Yeah.
entrepreneurs that you knew, they're looking for an opportunity to, they were kind of burned out in their business and they'd hit
Yeah.
a cap inside of their business. They were looking for a way to be able to grow and have fun again. So
Yeah.
being able to have those conversations with the trust and credibility, that's great. And some people think that the only people that get involved in network marketing are people who are just down and out and this is their last opportunity. And there are times in the profession that was more common than it is today. Today,
Yeah.
professionals, business owners, entrepreneurs, successful people in other areas of life are becoming involved because this meets a lot of their emotional and financial needs and flexibility needs. Some people are just not having fun. Some people are looking for a new challenge. Some people are, on the outside, they look like they have everything, but on the inside, the business owns them more than they own the business.
Yeah.
So again, you look on the outside and sometimes people prejudge by looking at the outside. Oh, she's fine. She doesn't need anything, but they don't know what's on the inside. They don't know, like, people in Austria, people in Germany, people in different countries, they want a specific plan. They're going to follow exactly what their parents tell them and bop, 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 bop. Here's what it's going to be. And I'm not saying Austria and Germany is the same in any way. I'm just saying they're very different. I know my Austrian friends and my German friends, but there is some commonality around the world that people they feel the safe thing is to follow the standard life that is prescribed for you. And there's a ton of them that inside, they're just like, no, I don't want that standard life. That standard life's boring. It's limited. I feel like there's more. I just need to find it. And network marketing is that thing that they find. How did you present to them? Was it over the phone? Did you meet with them for coffee? Did you get together with them for lunch and share it face to face? Was it face to face? Was it virtual? How did you go about recruiting the people that you recruited?
Well, it was a mixture of everything actually, and I started my business before all this online stuff started.
Right.
So I did it more face to face, but I have partners in my team which live in other countries. So of course we did telephone calls, we did Zoom calls. I just thought, okay, I had the feeling I have to tell the whole world about this great opportunity. So I did not care how. No, I just thought, okay, I have to tell them, and I think my passion about the business was my key to success. No,
Yeah.
So I just took every opportunity, no, without being pushy, but just I always have been like curious and interested into people, no? And as you say, I think you should look on the inside of the people and not judge just because of the outside, because on the inside there are so many hidden things, and you never know what really is going on in people's life. So you just I think I'm a person who loves to build connections, and I think that also gives people trust, no? Because they can feel if you just see the money that they bring to you when they join your team, or if you care for them as a person. And I still think my team is now all over Europe and also in Mexico, and we're like expanding right now. But I think this is the key, that the people always feel valued and appreciated and feel like a person and not only a factor of your income, no?
Yeah. How many people, let me get some basic numbers. How many people in your first year did you personally enroll?
Wow, that's a good question. I think it was about like 100.
About 100 people or so, like 8 people a month
like
type of
first
thing.
timers. And I was lucky that many of them duplicated very fast. So there were great teams growing out of them. So we had we started.
How many
really
total people on your team after 12 months?
After 12 months, I
Approximately.
think it was like 1,000.
Okay, so you brought in 100 and you had a total of about 1,000.
We had a great duplications because I was lucky to find the right persons, or a few of them are really leaders in the first month. I don't know, to be honest, how I would have continued if I hadn't this success in the early beginnings. I have to admit, no, I was really a little bit spoiled because it went from the beginning very well. So really,
yeah, it doesn't always grow that fast. Sometimes there's growth, sometimes it's level, sometimes it's
yeah. That was my learning, with my team. We had the last years, we had the pandemic. So many of my new partners did not have this start like I had it. So I had to learn not just say, okay, it will go from the beginning very quickly, but I had to learn, okay, what can I tell them if it doesn't start in the way that I was lucky to start it. No?
Right. What did you teach people to do? Like when they joined your team, what did you teach them to do in order to be able to go out there and involve customers and involve other distributors and build their own teams? What did you have a system? Do you have tools? Did you have a plan?
Well, I have to admit, I started very like an amateur with a lot of passion, but very little systems and stuff like this. But what I told them was to really understand what makes our company so special, our values, our philosophy, and most of all, what makes our profession so special, no? That they really understand the gift and the blessing of network marketing. That was always very important for me, because I thought, okay, if you really understand it and if you feel it, then the rest you can learn. No? You can touch or fire or light the fire in other people only if you are on fire. So I always try to make them understand the great opportunity that they get with network marketing, and all the rest you can learn. No?
So a lot of it was just enthusiasm, belief, kind of helping them be strong in what it is that they were presenting. And you said you had some naturally strong people, which is nice to be able to start with some naturally strong people, and probably had some people who weren't as strong and needed a little bit more help and encouragement in order to be able to go. So year one, you have about 1,000. After the end of 2 years, how many did you have?
I think when I reached it was like maybe 1,500. More or less.
Yeah.
So.
And how many today?
Now we're a little bit more than 3,000. We lost a few people in the last years, I have to say, in the pandemic.
So 3,000 distributors and a lot more customers, right?
Yeah, I have personally, I think like 800, and in the team it's thousands of customers. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be many, many thousands. If you have 3,000 distributors, it has to be a big number of customers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey there. I hope you're enjoying the interview, and I wanted to break in for just a quick minute to ask you a question. Are you tired of feeling like success is just always a little bit out of reach in your network marketing business? Maybe you set big goals, but you keep getting distracted, overwhelmed, or discouraged. I get it. We've all been there. The truth is, the most successful people in network marketing don't just work harder, they work smarter. And that's why I created GoPro Insider. Every day, you'll get a short, powerful coaching video to help you develop momentum, develop your skills, and start winning in your business. Imagine where you could be 1 year from now if you just committed an average of 7 minutes a day of focused, strategic growth. Let's make that a reality. Join GoPro Insider now at GoProInsider.com. You can start for as low as $9 a month, just 30 cents a day. GoProInsider.com. Okay? Let's get back to the conversation.
And of course, we have tools and systems in our team. But I have to admit, I joined your Next Level Mastermind because I felt that I had to grow and I had to learn these things, because now we're getting like really international now. My company was only in Europe for the last 28 years. And now last year we took the step over the big ocean and opened Mexico. And now we open Colombia and other countries. So I felt now I need more system and more duplication. And that's why I joined your Next Level Mastermind to really learn from the best.
Yeah. So what, up until joining the mastermind, what was your system? What did you teach people? What was your process that you used to build a big team?
Well, I believed in my upline. I have a very strong and good upline, and we had some system. We had a system. We have some coachings, and I trusted my mentor. She always said, "Okay, just follow the people who are already successful." Nah? And that's what I did, luckily.
What did you have them follow specifically? What was the system? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4.
Yeah, we had like a program for new partners who start now that they can join, where they learn
like a quick start system type of thing, helping them get off to a quick start.
Exactly. We have a quick start, how you get into the business, what the basic things are. And then we have a coaching we still do for the people to turn from an amateur to a professional. And that's what I do for nearly 10 years now. We started, it was for 12 weeks, and now it's 6 weeks. And so the people really can learn how to become a professional now. And we do it personally.
You do a 6-week coaching program?
Yeah, all the time. With the
and how often do you repeat that? Every 6 weeks?
All the time. When one finishes, the other one starts. No? And the beginning,
every 6 weeks, you just start a new one.
Yes, exactly. And now I have enough leaders. Now I cannot do it myself all the time. No? So we have a organization team, and we have my great leaders who do it. So we, everybody does it maybe one time a year, but we have a good, like a rotation system, and the best people in my team teach the others, how to become a professional.
What do you think? What do you think is your superpower? What's, because a lot of people joined when you joined. Some of them weren't successful. You were. What caused you to be more successful than other people?
I think it's my passion for the company, for the philosophy, but most of all for the business model. I think I'm really the born networker, because I was so happy to find finally in this profession what I had been looking for my whole life. No, so I feel so blessed with this great gift, and I think the people can feel that I don't want just like to make money from them, but I really want to help them to achieve a better life. That's what I think. And I think I'm, quite like a stubborn person. So if I set myself a goal, I don't quit till I get it. And I think that gives you a lot of trust, no? People. So if I tell my team, we do this, we do that, they know that they can trust me, no? And I think this is important.
So leading by example.
Yeah, exactly.
You decide you're going to do it, you're going to do it. And they know when they look at you, she's going to do it. So
also in the small things, we did presentations when we started, and we had so funny situations that all the guests did not appear, or only one guest showed up. No? And we were like 5 partners, and my team knew, okay, I don't care, I will be there. And I told them, and if nobody shows up, we do a team meeting. And when we had this meeting where only one guest showed up, I told my partners, okay, you act now like guests, please, because otherwise it would be like embarrassing. And so we just did it, no? And I think, my team knows very well that I never quit and never give up, no?
Yeah. Does your team do in-person meetings?
Yes, of course. They do. Yeah, we do a mixture. We do in person. We do online, of course. No, and
you do Zoom and in person. What percentage do you think is online, and what percentage do you think is in person?
Well, I think it's more or less half. During the pandemic, we did a lot of online, of course. But then I felt, and I need the personal contact. And I was really happy when you said in your last Next Level Mastermind coaching, it's how did you say? It's the historic return of the face-to-face building, no? I was kind of relieved. I thought, oh my God, so I'm still in the right place. And I really tried with my team to make it possible to make, we have one team meeting a month where all the people show up who live like a few hours away, and we have our like meetings on the company events. We always do team dinners and the appreciation of the new targets and stuff like that. And so for me, this is very important. And we did, as you how do you say, said, which is important to use the first 2 weeks of January to start. No? So we had a kickoff meeting last week, which was amazing. And the energy in my team is still, I can still feel it, not because people were so touched. We had new speakers on stage who found their potential, and still I felt, okay, this was a very important step, and next year will be even bigger. And we have an event in June, but still we have every month and every week our team calls and welcome calls. And I decided also to make the welcome calls when it's possible to do it personal, because I want the people to get to know the upline, no? And I think it's worth it to see the new people, the new partners, and those who have real potential and who want to really build a business. I want to give more, spend more time with them and help them more to develop, no?
Yes. Pardon me. The strategy of doing welcome calls as a leader, if you have a team, for every person that joins, whether you brought them in or not, is just, it's a high return activity. Just, people feel like, oh my gosh, this is nice.
Yeah.
The productivity of those people goes way, way, way up when you do those welcome calls. So well done on doing that. And the monthly team meetings and, the 50-50 on virtual versus in person. Let me ask this. How often does your company do events?
We have, everything changed completely during the pandemic. I think this was a big challenge, but it was not only in our company. I think it was everywhere. We used to have events in every European city, like 1 or 2 times a month, which was amazing. No? With the pandemic, everything was finished. And then we had this really strange period of, which was really different. And now we have 2 like big company events, like the kickoff and the convention. And like every few months, we have bigger events, like this weekend in Frankfurt and in Barcelona, for example, and smaller events so the events, they started to do more than before.
Yeah, so they do regional events for different countries, different cities.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they do a big global company convention once a year, twice a year?
Once a year we have a convention, and once a year kickoff. And this year is the first, due to our growth, that we have one in Germany and one in Spain, which are our main. So it's on the same weekend. So you have to decide, okay, do I want to join the Spanish team or the German one? But they already build it for the future, because we have a strong growth, which I'm really thankful for. And so, I think they're doing a great job now, because we got back to these in-person meetings and events, no? Which are important.
Leaders are born at those big company events for sure.
Exactly.
How many people do you have from your team attending the big company events? Approximately.
Well, in the best year like that, I think it will be like 300 in Germany. And in Spain,
around 10% of the people are like the very serious people.
Yeah.
And the others are like more part-timers and that type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So more or less.
Yeah. That's, the higher you can grow that number, obviously, the big return on that, what it does for you. Those big events are just such a big deal. People don't realize how big of a deal that they are.
Yeah.
Tell me this. What was the biggest struggle you went through in the last 10 years? And how did you overcome it? How did you get past it?
Well, I think the biggest struggle was actually the situation with the pandemic, because from one day to the other, everything changed, no? And I'm a little bit a person, I like if everything is going well, no? If everything is growing and blooming. And then we had this situation where nobody knew what would come, no? And I have to admit, I was really afraid that I mean, we didn't have any events, that we couldn't meet customers or partners. So I was not sure where it would go, and I think nobody of us knew. But in this time, I was in the situation. I was a single mom with 3 kids, and I was used to a good income. And then I thought, oh my God, what if it would go down? Before I always thought, okay, we just grow. I just knew at this period of growth, no? And then was this shock, no, where nobody knew where the business would go. And this was, I had some really sleepless nights, I have to admit.
Did your business go up or down during pandemic?
At the beginning, it went up. It was interesting. 21 was my most successful year because we were already prepared. No, due to the situation that the partners are in many countries, we always had Zoom meetings, which other companies and other businesses did not have. So we didn't feel it at the beginning, but in the year 22 and 23, all and mostly the small partners which did not earn that much, they gave up. No, because they were late.
It's so funny. Like in 2 years, 2020 and 21, most companies went through big growth, but we also created really bad habits as far as people were like hiding in their houses. They weren't really networking and they were having success anyway. But then when that got tired, they forgot so quickly. They forgot how to get back face to face with people, how to build relationships, how to strengthen those relationships. They thought that this little temporary spike was going to be for forever. And it's interesting, like the 2022 and 23, like you said, things kind of corrected off of that big spike. And in 2024, everybody realized there's nobody coming to save me. So I better go back to work. So everybody kind of went back to work.
Yeah.
And now it's on the upswing again.
Exactly.
But your team had the same kind of mental process, yes?
Yeah, exactly. And there were moments where I thought, okay, I lost my ability as a networker. I really, I lost a little bit my trust in myself, I have to admit. So this was really a bad situation. And so I remember when I joined the Next Level Mastermind, and when you told your experience, no, and you said, oh, it's more or less the same in every company, in every country, I kind of felt relief because I thought, okay, it's just,
you're not alone. Yeah.
I'm not alone. This really helped me a lot, I have to say. And also you said, okay, now we can feel that everything is going up. And that was exactly the situation that I had in my team and in my company. So I could feel, okay, this is a global thing. And as you say, with 24, it all went up and the figures are growing and the people, most of all, they are back with their enthusiasm and their activity, because I worked more than ever in these years, but the results got worse, which was not a great situation.
There was a big culture problem that happened as a result of it, so you had to figure out how do you get fresh yourself, have a fresh mindset and enthusiasm and excitement again, because it's hard to have that baby brand new excitement that you had in year one when you're 10 years in, it's not hard, but it takes some discipline to keep reminding yourself how great it is. And getting yourself there. And then also with your leaders, it's emotional to watch leaders give up on themselves. Did you have any leaders on your team give up on themselves and just say, I'm not doing it anymore?
I had actually a leader of my most successful team who left the company for another one, at which was, not the best situation.
So tell me how you handled that. How did you handle it?
Well, at the beginning, I was a little bit, shocked. And then I thought, okay, giving up is not an option. So I just have to work harder and build up new teams. Now I thought, okay, if one leader leaves, then I will always follow my path. No? And it was also nice to see that not many people, she did not take many people with her, which was great. No? And
so she went to a competitor, yes?
Yes, because I think they gave her some money or whatever. No? So she didn't.
It happens.
Yeah. But I think for me, it was a good experience because I had to like reflect myself, and I had to, find new ways and new people. So I thought, okay, I have to, it didn't make much damage, fortunately, but I just thought, okay, I have to work hard and have to just find great new people. No? And that's what
Was
I
that the
did.
first time you lost anybody?
Yes. I was really
Yeah.
spoiled.
Yeah,
I had
the
like
first time is the worst time. It's
the
just like,
first
oh my
time.
gosh, I can't believe this. This person betrayed me. They stabbed me in the back.
Yes, I
They're
was
telling
like
lies
really
about me.
personally,
Yeah,
personally hurt. No? And I liked what you said last time. No, if it didn't happen to you, it's just a question of time. You said, no, and I was like
yeah,
a spoiled little girl. I thought, okay, nobody can leave my fantastic team. I was really okay. And then I thought, okay, that's just part of the job. No? And when I look back, I have to say that I learned so much from the pandemic, from all what happened. And I'm really glad now because it brought out the best of me, and it forced me to work on myself and to grow and to maybe also change things and to develop myself better.
yeah.
No?
It's so interesting because I mean, a person doesn't really grow up in their network marketing journey until they realize that they're in the building business, but they're in the rebuilding business. Um, there's no such thing as build it once and have it forever in any business, in anywhere in the world. You have to continue to innovate. You have to continue to get better. You have to continue to
Exactly, yeah.
rebuild. The people that you started with are not necessarily the people you're going to end with. That's true in every company. Think about when you started a business, what were the employees on day one and what were the employees 3 years in and what were the employees 10 years in? They're completely different. There might be a few that are the same, but most of them are different because that's just the way it is. And sometimes we get involved in network marketing and we think that the rules of the world and the rules of life are not going to apply to us because we have this magical thing, and the rules still apply. The only thing we can really count on is change. And it's going to change a lot. Does your team use social media now? Speaking of change and technology?
Yes, of course, man. And most of them are much better than I am. But I mean, it's always good if your team is better than you are.
Yes.
And of course. And I also learned and I developed a lot, of course. And I think it was a great experience, all what happened in the last years. No?
What are the platforms that they like to use the most?
Most of them, I think, Instagram and Facebook. The other ones and some of the younger ones use TikTok.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think Instagram is the most used one and the most successful.
Basically those three those are the big three, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
cool.
We have great success, and it's so great to see how you can reach now the whole world. Now I started in my city with my friends and neighbors, and now it's amazing. Now the possibility we have with the social media. No? And
you live in Graz? Do you live in Graz?
Yeah, I live in Graz, but my partner, Adrian, you met him now at a meeting. He's from Mexico, and our company opened Mexico 1 year ago. So this was a great opportunity for us. So we spent more and more time also in Mexico to build up our team there, which is exciting. Great.
Well,
so we can the cold winter.
Of course. I mean, to have a global business is the dream.
Yes, exactly.
You go to sleep, somebody else is waking up.
Yeah, exactly. That's amazing. No, we used to be only in Europe, and now when I wake up, I always get messages from the team in Mexico, and I see, okay, we have new partners, and now we will open Colombia. So now I get the feeling how it will be when we will be a global player, and that's why I know I have to develop and I have to learn the skills, which I learned a lot from you. No.
Yeah. And listen, all this was really great. Here's what I'd like you to do. What advice do you have? I want you to give advice to a brand new person. And then I want you to give advice to somebody who's been involved for a while. Right? What advice do you have for them? For a new person, what advice do you have? And then for somebody who's, been involved in the profession for a while and wants to achieve more, since you've done so well, what would you tell them? Well,
my advice for a new person would be just to understand the opportunity with network marketing, because most of the people don't have any idea. No, they think, okay, we're selling cosmetics and like earning like $400 a month. No, that's what usually people think, no, because they don't know it. So I give the advice to the people: just have a closer look, get information, read the books to see what is possible, even for normal people. No, that's for me so amazing, that you don't have to be a supermodel or I don't know, the smartest guy in high school, or to have a rich dad to have an outstanding life, but everybody can do it. And I wanted people to have a closer look on our profession and to give themselves the chance to change their life. No, that's what I do in my daily business, because it's really like my mission. I wanted people to have a better life. And for people who are already long in the business, I would give them the advice to keep in, how do you say, stay tuned, to not give up and to learn from the challenges, because we all will have challenges, and many of the people give up and say, oh, this doesn't work for me anymore, so I change, I give up. And I have learned that we all get all these problems or challenges to grow and learn from them. And I would give the advice never to give up, because and also to ask themselves, what is your alternative? No, because people say, oh, I don't know, I'm bored, it doesn't work anymore, so I'm thinking about giving up. So what is your alternative? No, and I don't know any better opportunity. I'm so lucky that I found network marketing, but because if I wouldn't have found it, I don't know which job I would do. No, there's nothing I would like to do. And so I would give them the advice to never give up and always follow the path, because there are so many examples in our profession who live an outstanding life. No, and that's possible for everybody who joins for a longer period. No.
Yes. I think that's great advice. And we've, Sonja and I have been talking about the mastermind that we have. That's for people who are making more than $250,000 US a year. If that's you and you'd like more information about that, just if you send an email to vip@networkmarketingpro.com, they will answer your questions and help you understand what that's all about. If you're making less than $250,000 a year, you'd like some coaching, I would recommend going to goproinsider.com. You'll get daily coaching from me. Starts at 30 cents a day, $9 a month. And we have like 5 languages: English, Spanish, French, German, Italian. That will help you a lot get to that top earning type status. And once you're able, come join us in the mastermind. That will be an amazing experience for you. Sonja, I just want to thank you for spending some time and sharing your wisdom, sharing your advice with everyone. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the gift of your experience, because I believe.
Thank you so much for having me, Eric. It was amazing. Thank you so much.
Success leaves clues, and you dropped a lot of those today. What I liked most, I think, is your absolute conviction that this is a better way for the average person to be able to express themselves financially, in a career, in having flexibility, having lifestyle, being able to take care of your kids, being able to do those things, help entrepreneurs that are burned out, all of that stuff. Keep doing that. The world needs you. Keep growing around the world. I appreciate you very much. And thanks for joining the
Thank you.
Excellence Project podcast. I appreciate you.
Thank you. See you soon in person.
Yes, can't wait. So that's my conversation with Sonja Weinlander. I hope you got value. I trust that you did. And if so, there might be somebody that needs to listen to this message. If you can think of them and think enough of them, forward this podcast to them so they can listen to it as well. Help me spread the word. All right. I appreciate you. Have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.